How's it going? This is part 3 for the series. Check out the last 2 parts if you haven't. Click like on this if you're tuning in. Let's see if we can get 150 likes on this one as well. Alright, so we have a bunch of sets to go through, starting with this one. Okay, the first set is a Nation 1, and it looks alright. It's alright. The ground rune, orange, I think the orange just matches sword. I think I would just go full gray with this set and not include the orange. Maybe do a separate eye color, maybe like a green or something, but probably get rid of the ground rune as well. But I do like the combo of the cape, weapon, sword. That looks really nice. And I would say this is an upper B tier. I had a tier list open. I left it open for a few days, and I think the web page refreshed or something overnight. So it's gone. But it doesn't really matter because you're still putting it here. It's more clean now, right? So it was getting kind of jumbled and full anyway. So yeah. Next set, sadly a GIF. This one, I mean, I guess you kind of have to show the animations on this one, although I would get the idea. But yeah, so for this one, it's all right. Now this might be a hot take, pun intended. So the flame orb, I actually think this would look better with a single one. Like you're like spawning them from your hand and throwing them like some kind of superhero or something, like Fantastic Four guy. And skull kind of mismatched, I think but you know, it's still fire. The cape's a little much. This might actually be a good case for an Eternal Flame, as generic as those are. I'm not really feeling the cape on this one. I think that set is pretty decent. I think it would be a low B. I can't put a GIF on here, but yeah, I think it'd be a low B. Okay, next set, Katana's hair. I'm liking this. I'm liking the color scheme. This is not a color scheme you see very often on a set, so that's good. I like that. It's different. You get the blacked out eyes, which actually kind of fits. Lots of swords. You got one on the back, 2 on your hip, 2 in your hands. That's gotta be a good amount of weight in weaponry there. Yeah, cool. Lots of cool things about this. I like it. I think that's an A tier. Low A. Low A tier, but still A. I mean, there's not anything else in A tier right now, so I guess it is where it is. But Melody, next up. Judging by their name, they just graduated and they're on vacation. So, hey, congratulations if you're watching this. Anyway, they're set. So, armor, classic. I didn't buy this armor. I was playing when the game came out, and I had the ACs, and I didn't buy it for some reason. Actually, maybe I didn't have enough ACs to buy it at the time. Like, maybe I had ACs only to get one of the armors, and I don't think this is one that I got. Anyway, you don't care. Staff, not really matching with the armor cape combo. I mean, you do have a little gold there, so yeah, but I don't think that's enough, to be honest. The hair is a little off as well to me. Maybe it's just I don't like the shading on the particular hair, but it looks all right. It looks all right. So this isn't too bad. I think it's B tier. Probably mid B, to be honest. It's an all right set. Oh, and I explained this in previous videos, but if you haven't seen the previous ones, D is like pretty bad, kind of like whatever. C is not completely terrible. I see what they're doing. Okay. B is like, this is a standard, normal set, middle of the range, decent. Like, this is what you see. Like, most people would be around the B tier for sets. A is a great set. And then S is like, whew, amazing. Like, there won't be many S's. Next up, we got a Skyguard guy here, which I love to see. I wish they would expand on this faction more, to be honest, the Skyguard ones, even though it's kind of member only, but still one of the cooler ones. He's using a hat that doesn't come with the armor, and it matches very well. The image is kind of low resolution, but you probably see it all right. The cape matches the armor very well as well. The ground rune works surprisingly well with this, although can't say I'm a fan. And the guns match the color, the little flintlocks he's got there, and they do work with the outfit, so you can't really fault them there. It's a pretty good outfit, to be honest. Kind of conflicted about putting this in S tier or not. I think it's very, very high A. If there was a middle tier between A and S, it would be in there for sure. I think there's just something keeping it out of S. I don't know. I like how the wings on this one are like doing doing this. Like, what are the wings? What are these wings doing? Anyway, another GIF. Stop submitting GIFs. All right, let's pause the GIF. It doesn't even help this one at all. I know it's animated. All right. For the fire one, it makes sense, but this one, not really. Why is it black there? Like, why is it like? It looks like a missing texture, doesn't it, on the hand? Anyway, it's kind of the whole arm's like that. Why is it like that? Is that how the art? Is that bugged? Is it the GIF? Okay. Anyway, got pretty cool armor. The Scythe is sick as well. I think is the Scythe a pre-made with this? I don't think it is. That's actually pretty good. Wings are pretty decent. Ground rune works with this more than most ground runes work with other armors. Helmet is okay with this, but I don't know. Something seems a little off with the helmet to me. So even saying all that, I still would put it in lower A tier for that one. It's a pretty exceptional set. Next up, we have a kind of reddish, sort of, I don't know what we call this, like a conjurer, sort of like a conjuring, like arms, kind of cool. Cool idea. I don't think I think the horns were red on this. It would look a lot better, like color matching with the animation, with the, like the arms. And then, yeah, the armor works kind of, I don't know, I'm a little mixed on this one. I'm very mixed on this set here. Low B, honestly. Just kind of thinking about putting it in C, if I'm being real, but I think it looks good. I think the C is just more of like the image being kind of lower resolution. I think if it was, I think if you took this image in as much as I goof on people for taking their images and like themed maps and everything, I actually think in a different map and like with a higher resolution image just probably would look better. So I think it would go B. Speaking of a themed map, this is great actually. I actually really like the set. I don't know if this is all pre-made or not, but still, I don't think it is. Maybe it's sorted. I don't know. I like this helmet a lot. It's got a good design to it. I think it's one from one of the Theronis packages, right? Kind of recent. Works well. Good color matching there. I think it might be a CC helmet. But even if it is a runner, little pet's nice. Kind of cute, kind of creepy at the same time, but I like that. So yeah, decent set. A well-deserved A tier, in my opinion. Don't really have to think about this one at all. Very easily an A. Next up is this guy's old account. Now we have the red and gold matching sort of with the armor, with the red and gold on the armor. The white on the armor matching the blades, the gold matching the armor, the red hair matching the cape a bit. I think if the hair was a slightly darker red, it'd be nice. I'm not the biggest fan of like fluorescent red hair, but still works. Works all right. Not too terrible. Low B for this one. I think if the weapons were swapped out with something different, I don't think the colorway for the weapons works. Thematically, the chainsaw katanas, I'm not seeing them with. I think the cape and armor work really well together, but thematically, I don't think, and the hair works, but I don't. Yeah, and there's a Halo version of this hairstyle as well, although it might be member only or something. But I think that would look better too if you equip that. But yeah, the katana, I'm not really feeling out the chainsaw katanas on this one. While I was recording this video, I got beat up in my house when taking a screenshot because of one of the past tier list videos. How dare they? All right, so yeah, How and Star here. They actually jumped me in my house. I'm not even joking. I logged in for like 10 seconds. They probably saw I was online. In my house, punching me immediately. Anyway, it's all in fun, but they did submit some sets for the tier list, so let's throw those on there. All right, Stargirl's set here is a cat with the yarn ball, which is a nice touch, matching the color of the scarf as well. Yeah, really good set actually. Would put this one in the A tier, up there. Yeah, probably about there. So definitely a decent set. How submitted a set as well. Good to be honest, really like the creativity of this set, even though it's a little odd. It's a little, but it's really funny. This set would be a solid S tier. Uh, I really like how creative it is. So it's a nice set. How also DM'd me my own set I was wearing when they found me in game. And gonna be honest, other than the cape, I really like this helmet armor combo. I'm not gonna rate my own set though. But let me know. Hey, you guys rate my set in the comment section. How about that? Let's do Uno reverse card on this one. What do you give this set? Okay, back to the normal submissions. We have this one. I got a blonde dude with a white and blue hoodie, like the color scheme. The axe and sword pet combo, I'm not really feeling on the set, to be honest. I think the cape does kind of work with the hoodie there, and the hairstyle works with the hoodie, of course. But the ground room being ice, the sword being not ice, it's more of like a star sort of thing. It's like I always say the darkest stuff is like a broken star sort of look. And then you got a legion sort of katana. It's a bit of a mess with the accessories on this one. Although I do think the base is good. Because of that mess, I put it in C tier. I think if it had the accessories unequipped, it would be a B or maybe even A, maybe depending if they swap the accessories for better ones, I guess. But yeah, C tier with the mess of accessories on this one. Okay, next set, some Scythe. This, I said it, never mind. Anyway, this set looking okay. That shield is very tiny. The sword doesn't make a lot of sense. Is that sword pet? I've never seen that in game before. Why is it like that? It just looks like he put an image of a sword in this image, like photoshopped it. Anyway, tiny little shield. I don't really think that matches the armor and the rest of the outfit. The shield on the armor. I don't know if this armor comes with a version without the shield, but I'd probably prefer that, to be honest. The armor does look pretty cool. And yeah, good cape matching with that. Ground rune sort of works. Sort of. I like it. It's not the worst. Helmet. It's okay as well. I don't think face paint on the helmet really matches the armor. Just gonna say that. I'd probably skin color CC that if I was equipping this helmet. Although that might affect the blue gems, or it might affect a different color in a bad way, but probably what I would do. Anyway, though, still think it's like an A tier. I think it's a decent set. I think if you equip the sword, it'll look cool too. So yeah, not too bad. This guy just sent me a whole picture of his old desktop. He's got it's 85 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny, 4 p.m. All right, and he has Chrome and Firefox. That's I actually had that on my PC for a while. Now I just have Firefox because Chrome is getting worse with every update. Anyway, this set is not my favorite. Gonna be completely honest. I think the shading and stuff on the set is kind of eh. The sword's kind of cool. I'll give it that. And it is all, well, you deal with the Shadow Scythe flags and you don't really look like a Shadow, I guess you kind of look like a Shadow Scythe guy, but I'm not really getting that vibe from this. Very mixed on this one, very mixed. This one for me, even though it's all matching and everything, I'm not seeing it. That's a C tier in my opinion. Next is Nathan here. Says I tried something different. Greetings from Brazil. All right, so this set, it's not zooming for some reason. Anyways, well, you know, we got this guy's whole phone. We got the whole desktop last time. This time we got a whole phone. Let's go. All right, so I do love the colors of this cape. I like how they kind of match the face with the cape and the armor a bit. It's kind of matching up. Now I guess it's supposed to be some sort of like monster woman type thing, and that's why there's arms everywhere, I guess. So they're kind of going for a theme here, which I do appreciate. It's not my favorite looking aesthetic though. I think it's a B tier set. Throw that right there. Next is this one. Two variants. I'll use the left one here. So love the weapon for this, actually. Very nice. The color doesn't really match the armor, and that sort of annoys me, but can overlook that. It does match the helmet pretty well, the sword and the helmet. Cool look. The cape matching the ground rune is also a nice touch. I like that. I think it works well with the weapon as well. I think the weapon comes with the ground rune. They almost have the same pattern on them, so I think that's kind of a set there. So those two. Maybe the cape match as well. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's pretty well put together. This pretty high B tier in my opinion. Pretty decent set. Okay, right away, this one, not committing to the bit with the sword. Now I get it. Very hard to find a blacked out sword. I understand. But you got the blacked out armor, blacked out face, hair, you got the blacked out bats that match the armor. That's all cool. The sword does not match. Other than it being blue. Like it's got gray on it too. So a little bit of a conflict there. But it's all right. I think the blacked out set's kind of overdone. I don't really like seeing it, to be honest. But as far as this one goes, high C. I don't think it deserves a D tier. And it could maybe push into B. But yeah, just my personal preference on the whole like blacked out aesthetic there. Yeah, it's definitely a C tier. Next up, got kind of a more fantasy looking set, which is a good look usually. Armor's got that nice look to it, and he matched it with the sword very well. Now the sword has kind of like a magical touch to it that you're not really seeing in the armor. The armor is more rustic, but that's okay. The cape matches so well with the armor too, you don't really even notice the cape until you look at the image longer. The cape shading's a little bit off, but very passable. Very passable. Hairstyle matches perfectly. This is a great set. I'm giving that a 1 at S tier. Simplistic, colors match really well. It's not doing too much. It's got a cape slot, weapon slot, helmet. It's got everything there, and it all matches very well. So great set. Next up, this very green one. You can see reflecting on my face from my monitor. My monitor is very bright. Anyway, so this set, Paladin helmet, armor. I'm not a big fan of this armor, gonna be honest. Better Paladin armors in the game. Weapons. These weapons are like straight up ripped from Dragon Fable, I think. They kind of look off in the AQ World's art style, if I'm being real. Or maybe they're original Adventure Quest. They're from a different AE game, that's for sure. So, a very low B for this one. It's a good set. It all matches. It's nice, but something about it's just off a bit. Next set, Korey Elizabeth here. So they have a pretty nice set. They also run low quality backgrounds, which you should change that setting in your settings. It doesn't really affect your frame rate at all. It makes your background look a lot better. Anyway, the set itself though, I think it'd be better if you turned off your pet for the image as well, or had it off to the side a bit more, because it's kind of covering your weapons. But I do like the weapon selection when they're not being covered by the pet. Let's pretend they aren't. The cape is really cool as well. I really like this cape. The cape kind of fits with the ground rune a bit. It's all right. The armor, the color on the armor is a little off. I think everything's more muted. Like the cape's more of a muted color. The weapons are sort of a more muted color. The armor is more pronounced color-wise. I think this helmet is great. I've never seen someone use this helmet before. I didn't even know this helmet existed in the game, to be honest, or I forgot about it or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty cool helmet. It matches really well with the set. I think it's a solid set. I think for armor, for the color stuff on different armors, I'll always mention that because even I know it's hard to find matching stuff, but you're still gonna notice it. It's still gonna look a little off, right? Like getting the perfect set is very hard, which is why people probably rely on CC items so often, and I don't really hate on that, to be honest, because I do that too. This is a very high A, in my opinion. Very high. It's a very good set. So I really like the weapon selection, really like the helmet selection. The cape and ground rune work well together. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of ground runes. I'll keep saying that because I really don't like them. But the armor is okay. It works well with it. It's probably the best you could do with that. You might be able to do better, but for that like style of metal gold armor, finding the right color is probably pretty hard. Next up, Namiya. Hopefully I said that right. So you can see the character on their Twitter profile here. Kind of cool. Cool PFP. That looks probably what they base their AQ character on, I'm guessing. So kind of like a greenish skin, a greenish elf. I'm not sure about that in fantasy, but I haven't seen that before. But maybe it's something they made up. Anyway, weapon and the weapon matching with the dragon in the back is sort of matches. It sort of matches. I see they have the ground rune with the animated lightning too, which is nice. I could definitely see that with the dragon. The dragon kind of emitting the lightning on the ground. It's a nice touch. I think that's the ground rune with the lightning. I'm going to pretend it is, even if it isn't. So this one's all right. The crown with the dragon, I'm not getting the crown feel from this, but it works. It works all right. It's not too bad. A low A for this one. I think the helmet choices could be better. The weapon, I see it, but the weapon's a little off on this one. Could be better. Could be better. But still A tier. That's great. Alright, next set. This one. I love the like classic character page screenshot. That's nice nostalgia there. He's got the crow with the very creepy Halloween looking outfit. Even got the little guy with him too. The black version of the what do you call this? I don't even know I forgot the name of that suit. Anyway, like psych ward thing. Pretty nice set for what it is, to be honest. Definitely not my vibe, but I recognize that it is a very decent set. That's a solid and easy A tier. It's not really anything crazy about it that makes me want to put it in S, but I definitely don't want to put it in B either because I think it's really solid. So that's why I'm choosing A for that one. Next one up, Zip. So this one, great set. Really love the armor for this one. Great. The wings, they work. Wouldn't be my first choice, but you know, it's not an internal flame or something, so it's nice. Hairstyle works really well with the armor. Kind of get a little bit of tracer vibe with the like thing on the chest there. Swords are okay. They're okay. They're white and black, which the armors have a prominent white and black color scheme, so could work. But I could definitely see a better one that incorporates more of the purple, pink, blue color in there as well, kind of like how the pet has it. So I could see the weapon selection could be better for this set. And a different cape might work better as well, but this one's okay. So yeah, it's a pretty great set. Easily a high A tier set in my opinion. Okay, next up, kind of a casual outfit with the big Nolgath chain. I like that the hat's matching the tail on this one. It's a nice little touch there. The double tail, the glasses. It's alright. It's alright set. Nothing crazy. Unarmed. Upper B tier for me on that one. It's nice. This one's cool. I don't know why they put their full email address as their Twitter username. That's weird, but okay. The set itself, very nice actually. The hair matches the shading of the armor like perfectly. Like that's actually crazy how much that matches. I really like the eye color matching the little detail on the arm. Then you got the ground rune, which kind of looks like they're floating on water or something, which I think that's what they took the picture of, so I might just include that as like part of the map. They're standing on, it's kind of like a background thing. The wings work pretty well with the weapon they have, like pretty solid set. I actually really like this hairstyle. Tip top of A there. Why isn't it an S? I don't know, but something makes me keep it out of there. So just going with my feelings on that. So that one's going in top A. Another set where they have a holstered gun and a sword out. Makes me think of that Indiana Jones clip. But anyway, you got the Beyblade that you hold in the middle on your back. The thing looks cool. I think that would have been a cooler weapon to actually have equipped, to be honest. Sword matches the armor perfectly. Is it part of the same set? It might not be, but works really well. I like the hairstyle with it. It's a pretty clean set. This one gets a lower A. I think I'm not a big fan of that cape. I think it would look better without it. Sword's okay. And yeah. We have another person's desktop. Fun fact, at the bottom of the desktop, you can actually right click on those icons on the taskbar and get rid of them. Like, you don't need the email one pin there, or the store, or Internet Explorer, or whatever. You can just get rid of them. So would recommend. Anyway, so his actual set here, I'm not a big fan of the Scythe. Doesn't really, it kind of matches the armor, but not really. And then you have a ground rune that is Nation. Whenever I see this armor, I don't think it's Nation. I'm going to be real. I know it's farmed from Nation materials. It just, to me, does not look like a Nation outfit. It's more of a Shadow Scythe outfit to me. I think it's kind of a mixture of those two, but to me, I don't know. It never really fits. So I don't think that ground rune really fits, to be honest. Helmet, it's okay. I don't think it matches very well with the outfit either, to be honest. Hate to do it, but I think that one is the first D tier for this new list. Yeah, sorry, but yeah, you can always quit different items, not a personal attack or anything. Don't take it personally, but yeah, it's I don't think much matches on that outfit. Xeno here. Going to be completely honest, a lot of the Darken aesthetic I'm not a huge fan of. I think there are some good Darken items, some really good Darken items, some S tier Darken items. A lot of it, like this stuff, not a huge fan of personally. It's the whole like horror aesthetic is not for me, I don't think. But it's got a lot of likes, so people on Twitter seem to really like the set. So don't take my opinion as gospel, of course. Like, that's quite a few likes compared to all the other posts on the replies here. So other people seem to like this, and I do think as an aesthetic, you did pull off a good thing here with like they're reaching out and kind of connecting through there, the head and the arm. Like, this is a good, as far as this aesthetic goes, you did a good job crafting a set around that. If I was going to put this on the actual list, it would probably be a low A. I do, my personal opinion aside, it still is a very solid set, although I would not put it S tier. Okay, last set for this video, we have a Fae Bunny suit with blue. So it's not really matching. The cute, bald little Caillou looking cow. Cows have hair. I don't know. It's kind of weird seeing a bald cow. Anyway, outfit is that pre-made? I'm pretty sure it is pre-made, right? This sword on Twitter, before it got put in the game, looked a lot better. They had to downgrade a lot to put in the game. And I always think I love the design of the sword when it was on Twitter. Anyway, I don't need to get ranting about that. I do like the cape. It doesn't really work with the rest of the set, though. It's kind of a mixed bag. I think it's a low C tier for me. I don't think a lot of the set matches together, but it does have decent items making up the set, so you can't really put it lower. In my opinion, that's kind of how I'm rating them, but anyway. All right, that's all for this one. There will probably be another one. Let's see if we can get 150 likes on this one as well. And yeah, there'll probably be another one. So check out back on the channel, subscribe, all that. And yeah, check out the other two if you haven't seen them. Sets you like might be in that one. So yeah, there's 2 more of these videos on the channel. Make sure you check those out, and I'll see you next one. Peace.